Greetings, everyone. This is Kev, and this is Black Men Being Brutally Honest. Thank you for being here on a Friday night. Friday isn't usually my night. I mean, when I started broadcasting on weekends and I was calling myself the Weekend Warrior, I did Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Uh, and quite frankly, I should have stuck to it. But hey, here I am. So, so thank you for coming to the show tonight. Let's get some shout outs in this chat. Got my boy RPM. What's good? Got Andre 420. Phil Brad. What's going on? And we got Red Pill Sleeper Cell. I believe that's Louis Conyer. Uh Come on, man. Yeah. So decided to do a little show tonight. I guess because I felt like it. And let me get some shout outs. First off, let me give a shout out to the replay gang, people who make their own time to watch these shows, which is awesome. I really appreciate that. Also, let me give a shout out to the membership. You are the realest. That's why I call you real by association. Take some real people to, actually tune in and be accepting of the content of the brutally honest. Because brutal honesty is not something that goes down easy. You know, we give it to you straight, no chaser, for real, for real. So let me give a shout out to the members. We got Greg, Aaron P, Phil Brad, Gone for Milk, Indigo Flow, The Builders Table, D Rock Den, American Negro News, Mr. Me Too, Barry Little, D Scott, Yumcha 11, Black Pearl, Andre 420, Blue Marvel 9, A Sower of Seed, Black Light Revelations 2, Revelator, The Spirit of Variance, Forever Blessed, and Detroit 313. Thank you all for supporting this channel month after month, as well as the live chat people who are usually here when I'm on the air, the people in the clouds, the moderators, and last but not least, the habitual line steppers. So I'm saying this for you guys. Long live the habitual line steppers. Okay, there's a couple things I got to discuss. You know what I'm saying? And this is a label that people don't like, but since we're made to accept labels over here in this space, we got to understand and point out the fuckery, what's going on. And sometimes these people don't like being pointed at. So get some shit going. Yeah. This is to the people who always like try to find uh they always find time to hate, I would say. There's a people who are adjacent to this space. I mean, or they can claim whatever space they want. That can't do anything but hate. I mean, they are everything they say people like me. They're everything they say people like, the guys that are in the black manosphere are. And they are like the people that they say that black men who do podcasts are. They're every bit of it. They're every bit of it, and they use projection to kind of get around that. So let's go ahead and real quick, let me look up a word and share the screen. You know how I like to look up words and definitions just so we're clear on the context that we're going here, because this is a characteristic that I find common in haters. And also notice one thing: haters don't like to be called haters. I mean, but I would call that triggered by the truth. So, yeah. Hey, wait. Okay. So this is what haters do. They do what I like to call project. projection. Let me make sure I get a better view on this. Okay, there we go. Projection is a form of defense in which unwanted feelings are displaced onto another person, where they then appear as a threat from the external world. A common form of projection occurs when an individual, threatened by his own angry feelings, accuses another of harboring hostile thoughts. It seemed perfect for these guys. Like, here's the thing: people who hate on this space and people who hate on certain content creators on a regular basis, it's like, where do you niggas find time to do this? Where do you guys find time to, just because, like, for the content creators that do this, always got something to say, always hating, always got something negative to say, but want to project it like it's all us over here. Like I said, where do you guys find time to do this shit? It's like every time one of these content creators start up a live stream, you guys are readily available. I mean, I don't know if some of y'all have noticed this, and I mean, like, I'm not saying that, that there are not people that spend all day, every day on YouTube. Like, because, I mean, there are. I mean, and some of them are actually good people who find these spaces, in Black YouTube very interesting. Because I'm going to go ahead and say this about our people. We always know how to make something cool. We always know how to make something trendy. And I mean, that's just the magnetism and what we project onto the world, which, projection isn't always a bad thing, but projection in their form is kind of a bad thing. So what happens is when we as Blacks, when we find our own spaces, we have a tendency to frequent those spaces. And whether we're doing it to gather information, learn some stuff that, or learn other ways of thinking and, challenge other ways of thinking, or, we use these spaces to satiate our negative feelings, we get something out of it. And I will never ever be against a content creator that is up there just to, spread their kind of, their brand of thought to the world. I mean, as long as it doesn't negatively impact anyone, I don't believe that anybody should have a problem with it. But when people say things without evidence, which is very, that's one of my pet peeves. Don't sit up here and falsely accuse me or anything that I'm involved with, or people in general, of anything just because you don't like them. That's some weak shit. Here go Andre. Andre, I knew I could count on you. People, niggas waking up mad at breakfast. I mean, even when I first wake up in the morning and then I look at my YouTube feed, it's like if somebody is like trying to spread hostility and hatred, and I know hatred is a strong word because, people love to use hatred in the form of social justice. And what we talk about with hatred is, somebody that doesn't like something, okay, well, let me go ahead and look up that word real quick. Hating. Let's see. Let's look up Urban Dictionary, because Urban Dictionary. Hating, when you dislike someone so much that if you were in the other person were in an empty room with a knife in the middle, well, one or both would be dead. Well, that's the different form of hate. What is hating? Hating on mean in slang? To express strong dislike for somebody, to criticize somebody, or say something is offensive to somebody. Okay. I'm gonna say hate, a feeling you get. Okay. Let's go to the Urban Dictionary. A special kind of love given to people who suck. You suck, I hate you. When you dislike someone so, okay, you already read that one. Hate is an attitude one human being has toward another that loosely translates to the concept of not even considering crossing the street to piss on them if you saw them on fire. Several things can cause hate. This usually comes from someone doing something that leads you to the sensation of feeling the ultimate form of pain emotionally through a violation of your trust, an act of disrespect, an act of defying the concept of a stand up guy, and doing something that is in direct opposition to the principles by which you live your life for, other than serious acts of bad karma, such as making someone feel a fool or toying their emotions or putting their loved ones in danger. Well, that's kind of reasonable. Let's see. Hate is an awful emotion that burns in the soul of those who feel it and can be very dangerous to those who the recipient of this hate or to the person who feels it over long periods of time. I'm not sure that I'm not sure if they're giving me the context that that I'm quite looking for, but we know what kind of hate we're talking about here. You know, like hating on someone's success. You know, you might hate them because they got a better looking car than you. You might hate them because they get more and this is a common one, getting more bitches. You know how we are with that. Uh, but hate in the context of how we use it in this space is, is very like, somebody may have a bigger channel than you, and you somehow perturbed by them having a bigger channel, and or you can do better as a content creator being a genuine person that doesn't have to hate, you know and I know that I'm not giving you anything that you don't already know as of right now, and then you probably have somebody that's going to sit here and hate on that. you know I do understand that I am dealing with an intelligent group of people right now. So one thing that I try to not to do with my audience is insult their intelligence. No matter how people may appear on the exterior, you don't know what's going on inside their heads. So I don't understand hating on other people's success gives me motivation. Other people, I don't understand hating. Oh, okay. Probably need to put a comma between that. Other people's success give me motivation. Yeah, because you want to get like them. You know, you want to know what their secret is. You want to get on their level. And you know what? I don't have a problem with that. Like when I came to YouTube, the one thing I did was I watched bigger content creators and seeing how they did it. You know what I'm saying? And so in turn, doing, not copying what they did, but kind of, seeing like what their strengths were and trying to apply it to my own way of doing things. Um, I would have to say that for the most part, it worked for me, but we're still in the growing stages, I would say, of this channel. It's still some ways that I have to go. It's still some more things that I have to do in order to convince an audience to, resonate with me. And I do understand that because, see, I self-reflect. I don't try to find the content creator that's doing better unless you said something or you have crossed me in a way that is sort of offensive. I don't have any ways, I don't have any reason to hate on you for real. Yeah, it is that one or two content creators that will say some slick shit or try to say something on the slide. They'll do it on their channel, but um, that's cool because they don't bring that shit over here. I do understand that there are some people that will watch this channel and they will conduct themselves differently over here than on the other channels that actually hate on people. But you know what? The alarming part is that there are some people that actually gravitate toward hatred. And that's the scary part. And it really gives rise to the nature of people who, of our people. A lot of the things that we don't like seeing on the outside, a lot of things that we don't like seeing in our real lives that are problematic for our people. And when I say our people, I'm saying black folks. I'm not saying the human race. I'm not saying that dumb shit because ain't nobody else gonna say that about you. I mean, shit. I mean, look at Ryan Garcia. You that boxer who tried to come out the closet as a way of hiding the fact that he uses the N word with the hard R, trying to like shit like that. Hey, what up, Indigo Flow? And Sheed We Here is in the building. Okay, he's in the clouds. I guess that's what that emoji means. What's good, Sheed? Yeah, man. But that's my thing. It's like if you believe this space is problematic, and I'm not just talking to just one specific person, then why do you guys wait for the hater to start his broadcast, and then y'all all over there like y'all got like cheerleader skirts and pom poms? Like it is such a great fucking thing that this guy is hating for the for the umpteenth time. It's not original, but you guys feed off that shit, and then you claim that you're productive people. Like that's where the confusion comes in with me. I mean, what is it? What is it that I got to do for you niggas? I gotta hate on other brothers for me to resonate with you guys? No. Here's what I'm gonna do, and here's what I'm gonna continue to do. I'm gonna continue to go out there and find my people. I'm gonna go beyond this space. It's like I'm not gonna disavow the space or leave it. I'm gonna go on beyond this space to build. I'm gonna make sure that more eyes get laid on this channel. And the way I gotta do that is I have to increase my consistency like a motherfucker. I might have to start doing more edits now, man. I mean, and there are certain things that get in the way, like a garage door falling apart. If any of y'all remember, like I said, my garage door fell apart. Yep, I did succeed in putting it back together. It was tough. It was like I had to break it down in sections. That shit was heavy as fuck too. But I had to use the laws of leverage to get everything back together. And although I did put the door back together and it's strong again, it won't budge. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to get somebody to come out here and take a look at the garage door and see what they can do to fix it and get it moving again. But wow, it's like I had to close it up, man, because I didn't want everybody to just have open access to the garage so they can treat it like a goddamn yard sale. Oh man, look, he got a rake in there. He got a damn weed eater. Let me take that shit. Because the alarm is on the inside of the house. So it had to be done. But I got it done. You know why? Because I'm the man of the fucking house. That's why. I know there are gonna be some people that hate on that. Oh man, what you think you're doing, man? Black men, black men don't know what even a toolbox is. I do. Oh, good God. Yeah. I love when hoes get on social media and say that shit, that black men don't know what a toolbox is. Because I'm like, shit. I'll be like, well, do you know what a blowjob is? Do you know how to make a fucking sandwich? Shut the fuck up. So yeah, here go Gone for Milk. We are all one race, the human race. Powerpuff Girls BS talking point. Yeah. See, Tommy Sotomayor found out the hard way. I mean, shit. He loved trying to punch down on black folks, but then he went in the alt-right space, and guess what happened? He found out who he was real quick. Oh, that's another Black Manosphere hater. Black Pearl was good. One of the members. Hey, Black Pearl, thanks for your support month after month. I really appreciate that. I mean, and for all you members in here, Gone for Milk, Andre 420, Phil Brad, just thank you, just from the bottom of my heart. You are the guys. You are some of the guys that make this whole YouTube thing be worth it. And also, for those of you that are in the clouds that want to support the stream, let's uh, the Cash App is right there. So if you want to support the stream, you know, help me get a Nintendo Entertainment System. I'm just playing, but supporting the stream is good, man. It's like a lot of these content creators, they put a lot of time and energy into coming up here, and starting live streams. And it's the really creative ones, go off their own merit. So yeah, I think that donating to a content creator is a very good thing. Especially for black men. I will never hate on a brother making money. I would never hate on a brother making money, because guess what? I wouldn't mind making money off that shit either. I'm up here and this is a golden opportunity. So why not? People need to slow their asses down with this. Slow with the hate. Oh man, what them niggas making money for, man? What they think they doing? Man, shut up. Afro National. Salute Kev and brothers. Long live the habitual line steppers. Long live. Yeah, we got Afro National in the building. Shoot. So, like I said, thank you guys for tuning in on Friday night. But I'm about to open the panel up in a little bit, because I want to know the nature of all this hating and why people find it like so okay to do. And you know what I'm saying? I know this is probably a topic for like smoke show or whatever, but don't nobody want to get no smoke, man. Like I said, they're rather sit up in those spaces and jerk each other off, man. It's like they bring a bottle of lotion to a live stream. It's like you say, who wants some, y'all? It's time to cry again about the next man doing something. And to make it so bad, I don't care what these guys do with their lives. I don't care. I don't care if they're sexually depraved. I don't care if they're making less money than they should. I don't care if they're making more money than they should. It's not my motherfucking business. It's not. It's their business. And what I do over here in my home, or what I do on my channel, is my business. Which is kind of an oxymoron, because, it's put on display if you run a live stream. But anyway, Gone for Milk says, hating, pocket watching, hustling backwards is an unofficial Olympic sport. Yeah. I mean, it's like, I don't get it, but I do sort of understand the pathology behind it, because these people hate themselves. They beat themselves up. They wish they could do better. Hell, I wish I could do better. But like I said, you don't see me hating on people like Chi. You don't see me hating on people like Indigo Flow. Shoot, what's good? I mean, what for? Why should I hate? If I have a beef with you, there's going to be a reason for that beef. It's not going to be just because you're doing good on YouTube. Like, I want I would want someone like a BGS to understand that whatever issue that I have with him is not because he has a bigger channel than me. It's more so along the lines of, don't ever say at any point, even if 5 people are watching, that this show is dead or anything like that. Or I was gracious enough to put that nigga in my community tab because I saw that his show was going nowhere. Because you know what? When you say stuff like that, you are discounting the people that are already here. You're saying that those people are fucking meaningless. And I will not have you insult my audience like that. Revelator, the spirit of variance, another member. Like, I was just thanking members, thanking you guys as you come in for supporting the stream, supporting the channel month after month. You guys are really appreciated. There's 20 of you, and for $2.99, there can be 21 or 22. And Gone from Milk say, if you're a real one, hit that like and subscribe. So let me go ahead and play a couple of commercials real quick, and I'll be right back. All right.
Welcome to Machismo TV, the ultimate destination for modern men seeking to upgrade their lifestyle. Subscribe to Machismo TV and Saul T-Balls. We stream daily from 12 midnight to 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, the best male-centric content. Highlight reels without reviewing or providing any editorial bias to the content. We have done so much, with so little for so long, we are now qualified to do anything, with nothing.
Yeah, subscribe to Machismo TV and Salty Balls. Those are two brothers that are very supportive of this space. And, you know, I don't mind advertising them over here. Oh, and also for the hate watch. Oh, let me check the likes. Let me, you know, the people that press dislike. And, you know, miraculously, I didn't get a dislike last night, which was, oh, wait a minute. Oh, I didn't get a dislike last night, but I got a dislike tonight. So for those people, you know, who dislike this channel, and you also dislike me for some reason, which I can't imagine why that is. Shoot, I got the PSA, so let me play that.
A warning. Warning. If you hear something that makes you upset on the broadcast, true, opinion, or otherwise, you are free to sign off or go to another channel. If you can't, please contact the displayed number below to seek help. Trolling and hate watching is more serious than you think. Now back to our scheduled broadcast.
Boy, I tell you the truth, I wish I'd have thought they edited that one. But, you know, this was sent to me by a subscriber. So to that subscriber, thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, man, look, RPM, don't be surprised, man. Haters gonna hate, potatoes gonna potate. And we're gonna continue to do our thing over here. Said we've done so much with so little for so long. We're now qualified to do anything with nothing. Yeah, that's the power of nothingness. You know, I know they talk about that in your fantasy shit television shows, and you know all the other shit. You know, just like Street Fighter. That's what they call the Dark Hado, the power of nothingness. So let's see. I think a certain burger eating connoisseur, I don't give a fuck. I mean, he can keep hating, but he watches. That's what he does. He watches. And that's the important thing to remember with people like that. And like I said, I don't watch people that drive me nuts. I might need to. I might need to develop the spine to watch somebody actually hate, because it might be content worthy. You never know. But do you just talking and rambling, rah this content creator, rah that content creator? I mean, shoot, you got to make it interesting at some point. You know, so I'm biding my time. I'm gonna be patient, and I'm just gonna sit back and watch, especially with this channel right here, because I know the real ones who rock with me. So, yeah. So anyway, that man said a burger eating connoisseur. Like nigga torture. Nigga said that in Reveling torture with cheeseburgers. I'm gonna eat you one bite at a time, and I want to hear you scream. And then you got to tell the dumb ass, hey, you know what, guy? Cheeseburgers aren't alive. They're not. So if you are here, okay, I got 15 likes and I got 18 people watching. So hit that like button if you haven't. Hit that like button if you have not. So I got a message for the haters. And you know, they even do stuff like hate on the Cash App, they hate on the Super Chat. So look, let's make the haters cry. Let's see who's gonna be the first Cash App. So hit that Cash App like it's that big booty bitch that, you know, is finally gonna let you get some. There's a greasy pork chop eating ass ninja. Yeah, he prefers it fried. Discount Dick Tracy needs to go somewhere and actually be productive. That's what I'm talking about. If you're productive, how do you find all this time to hate? Hating is not productive. It isn't. Ray Hummer was good. The Hummer force is in the building. So, yeah. So did I shout out Kiel Bonner? I don't remember. Said increase the likes. Yeah, increase the likes. Dumb Nicka Entertainment. Oh, okay, yeah. Because that's what we sure do call it over here. And you know what though? The funny part about that is I never shunned intelligence. I don't punish intelligence. And I do push that over here on this channel. We've got to stop punishing our intelligentsia, especially when they're growing up. Because, I mean, I understand that kids are cruel, but, I mean, full-grown adults be hating too. And that's some stupid shit. But why I say that the haters that are adjacent to this space are the true circle jerk, they're a support system. It's the same guys. It's the same people. It's like they're this circle of trust that they got with each other. Trust is such a horrible word to use, but they're this circle of understanding. Like, you know, they are the people that, you know, high five each other, and they're gonna say, "Who we gonna hate on today?" It's terrible, man. It's crucial out here. Yeah. So, okay. So let me show y'all something real quick. And, you know, hopefully that I don't give like the wrong person shine when I show y'all this. And, you know, person A can say whatever they want, but I want y'all to see some of the shit that a lot of these people say about this space. Okay. I want, and this is not even a female. This is a dude that said this. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I made sure to screenshot this comment right here. So let me put it at full screen. So I'm not going to tell you whose channel this is. I mean, because, you know, the channel he came from, dude be kind of hating as well. Get rid of this scroll. So I'm going to read it to you. And I want y'all to understand that this is the kind of shit that they say about this space. Okay. So let me read it in a voice that is kind of, you know, the voice in my head, but, you know, without all the moistness, because this comment right here was moist as fuck. And like I said, it came from a dude. So it goes like along with this. It goes something like this. Hey, long-time listener, first-time poster. I wanted to ask you to look into recent articles and studies on truck driver serial killers. I noticed that many of the listeners and commentators in the manosphere and red pill community have careers and backgrounds in long-haul trucking. Apparently, long-haul trucking is the #1 profession of serial killers, according to the FBI, and it's not surprising the amount of antisocial and extremely violent rhetoric you see and hear promoted in red pill and online spaces. These guys don't live normal lives. Most of them don't like interacting with humans. Alcoholism is rampant. Almost half are experiencing clinical depression, and the majority's interaction with women are usually with sex workers. That's probably why you hear so many of them equating all heterosexual relationships to prostitution. This was a guy or a female pretending to be a guy.
Man, that's a female.
Yeah. I mean, this is the kind of fear mongering these idiots do. I mean, for real, this is a guy that frequents the space. This is a guy that every time certain hating ass content creators open up their damn live streams, they're in the chat promoting this kind of garbage. Now it's the truck drivers now. It's the truck drivers. And I mean, like, you know, but and apparently they are mainly and primarily in manosphere and red pill spaces. It's like, and then I read this comment. I'm like, what kind of feminist crap is this? And who would actually take this shit seriously besides someone who isn't factual? You know, somebody like they, if you are a black man that speaks out of turn, they will say any and everything about you, no matter if they have any kind of conclusive evidence or proof or anything to that matter. I mean, you can definitely prove that this damn comment is moist as fuck. Well, that's subjective. But some people would actually take this as truth. I mean, you know, So now something is wrong with the truck drivers and trucking. I do believe gets a lot of hate because I see a lot of that shit on Facebook as well. These are guys who can, make money very easily and make a lot of it in a short amount of time. So any success that you get on your own warrants hate, which is horrible. Like I said, this was a guy. This was not a woman. It might have been a woman. You never know. And I know what some of you out there thinking when you read this comment too.
Man, that's a female.
Like, it's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous the way some people think. And I do believe that this kind of pathology is worth a visit. And then when you see it, you need to call this shit out. Gone from Milk said productivity live stream point 1290 talking about being productive. Damn, that comment looks like a book. LMAO. What the fuck, LOL. Wow, now when brothers can get a truck and get contract, now we all serial killers. What the fuck? Yeah. They will say anything to shame you into silence. Including using moist ass niggas to do so. And these moist ass niggas allow themselves to be used like that. And Indigo Flow, you are absolutely correct. That dude can get all the way the fuck out of here. All the way. And then some. That guy, what up, Marcus Romero Productions, MRP? This guy is a feminine male, probably raised by all females with no male influence. Or had weak male influence who was raised by their mama, because one thing that you got to understand about boomers is a lot of them were raised by single mothers. And a lot of them do have issues. And they spread that bullshit to their sons. Innuendo. Truck driver SBEL. Yeah. Lamo, he wrote a term paper on that BS. I'm one of those people. That's a female pretending to be a dude. Even simps aren't that moist. You'd be surprised at the level of moistness that a damn simp will stoop to. And I mean, like, it's terrible, man. It's terrible that you actually have black men thinking that way. I mean, like I said, I'm not shocked when a woman does this because, a lot of women are hypersensitive. But men, Andre 420, you can't tell the difference between male and female feminists. You can't. You really can't, man. And it's alarming. You would like to tell the difference. But then, even so, if a man calls himself a feminist, he automatically denigrates himself. Which is one of the saddest fucking things ever. It really is. So let me check my likes. Like I said, I do understand some of you guys because I mean, shit, your YouTube life is this. Your YouTube life is hating. Your YouTube life is looking for content creators that hate so you can jerk them off. Yeah, man, I agree with you. These niggas. Nigga holding 5 glizzes in each hand trying to find your stream. I mean, a lot of these guys, they hate because it's like, this is an alternative to, basically trying to seek an income the white man's way. If there is a content creator that is successful, and let me give and that's just with any black man content creator, no matter what their views are, they're gonna find a way to hate on the guy. Yeah. Oh, and that guy that wrote that comment usually be on that guy's platform. But I guess he wasn't talking about him in particular. He was just talking about truck drivers. Now, there are plenty of white guys that are truck drivers. I'm not just trying to throw it all off on the white guys or whatever, but it's like they said, truck driving isn't. How do you know this? How do you know? It's like, how many serial killers has the FBI caught that actually were truck drivers? That were long haul truck drivers. Now, let me tell you something. Logistics and trucking is a business to be in. It's a lucrative business to be in, as a matter of fact. Now, Andre, that's a sad thing. Raising your femininity as a dude instead of money is wild work. Mm-hmm. I mean, shoot, like that's the last thing that I want this channel right here exposed to. Like those haters, they can stay over on those channels. They can stay over on those channels because I don't want them bringing that shit over here. Because if they do come over here, and I'm not trying to put a battery in you guys' back, but tear the motherfuckers apart, rip them to fucking shreds. You know, make them regret coming over to this channel. And guess what? You ain't necessarily got to do it because I'll take liberties myself in doing it. Shoot, fuck all that shit, man. Let's do this. Like, and then for me, it's in defense of black men who actually can come up here and speak to you guys. Man said, what's good? My night went well, by the way. Oh, it did it. I wonder what you talking about. What's the name, Andre? Yeah. He said, I would have to see the stats on that one, but it's possible. All right, yeah, LOL already, bro. Just finishing some steaks. Yeah, I mean, like, it is possible. I'm not saying that it's something that is not truthful. I mean, maybe it is, but I mean, shoot, how many serial killers out there in the FBI database? And to assume that all of these serial killers are in fact truck drivers. I mean, what they doing? They killing prostitutes at truck stops? Like, what is it? I mean, I said I'm just finishing some steaks. Hey, Shatterstar Games. Hey, what temperature do you eat your steak at? I ate my steak at mid-rare. Now you're gonna have some dumb nigga out there, some simp. Oh man, serial killers. Oh, they eat their steaks mid-rare because they like them bloody. Boy, I tell you the motherfucking truth, man. These niggas, man, they gonna learn one day. Shoot. Oh, okay. Okay. Truck drivers gonna destroy the country. Do you know that the way all of these businesses operate and are able to keep up their supply and demand is through trucking and logistics? So it depends on who cooking it, but if I'm cooking it medium. Oh, okay. You like yours medium. Yeah, I like mine mid-rare. And brutally honest, what up, brother? Serial killers come from all sorts of social backgrounds. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then like this guy right here, I even seen him on like some of the female channels. Brown nosing and shit. And then every time you hear the word, every time somebody say the word manosphere, here he come with his hateful ass shit. It's hate. I think I'm ready to try medium well. Do I lose my black card for it? Well, medium well. Oh, you going down in temp because everybody's like, oh, I want my steak. I want my steak well because I don't want no blood in my steak, man. I don't want the cow mooing. I want my steak like almost mooing when it comes to my damn when they sit it in front of me. Or I know how to cook a better steak myself. One thing that I do understand, like I said, as someone who is able to maintain his household and can cook as well, is that sometimes when you cook, it'll taste better if you cook it at home yourself rather than to go and grabbing it from a restaurant, or especially something like a wing spot. I mean, I know how to cook wings better than, and I know some of y'all don't believe me, but I don't even have to go to places like Wingstop or American Deli. I could just cook at home. Shoot. But what is it to this hating? What is it to this pathology? Say, I don't trust niggas all up in female chats. No, I don't. And then some of these dudes will preach how they don't be messing with these females and shit. And, you know, how they want to keep the space male. But then they'll be over in the female chats that hate black guys. I mean, black men specifically, because a lot of these bras ain't never got nothing to say about white dudes. Like, for real. Like, that is, and I'm not saying they should either, but we just notice it. When they say men, they're talking about black men. These black men. Shoot. These black men, blah, blah, yakety schmackety. Shoot. But it's almost been an hour. I wanted to get to an hour, then I was going to open up the panel. Yeah, but support the stream. Make the haters mad. Hit that cash app. Shatterstar Games. The Violent Criminal Apprehension Program, VCAP, identified a number of murder victims found along highways. Many suspects being long-haul truckers. Latest data says 450 potential suspects. God damn. Yeah. So if you're a truck driver, they got their eye on you. Now there are several dysfunctional and fat, obese females that got the Lizo disease, thinking that they can be plus size supermodels. I mean, but that's the kind of society we live in these days. You know, body acceptance, body positivity, accept all forms. I mean, but you know, it's just like every female, like every shape of female archetype, they're all getting decked. So, I mean, somebody think they're beautiful, just not me. The president of the space is or was a truck driver. I'm just saying. But I'm sure that this guy that wrote that comment, I mean, even if it is somewhat true, I mean, even if that a lot of truck drivers are serial killers, and I mean, like the key word we're looking for here in what Shatterstar Games is saying is potential, not actual, not proven, potential. But hey, you know, that guy right there has a very angry disposition. He has a very angry disposition. And I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't choke a couple of them out. But I'm not going to imply without any evidence that's what that guy's all about. But he already talked about planting drugs on people. So, I mean, anybody that plant drugs on people or say they plant drugs on people, you can only imagine what extremes that person will go to get that thing done, get that accomplished. And I mean, like, if you're sitting up here saying crazy shit, it's like, imagine what you've done to people in real life. I don't play that shit. I plant drugs on you if you hurt my feelings. Punk ass nigga. So yeah. So let me check my likes. Everybody that came in here, hey, at 28 in here, hit that like button. Hit that like button. Oh man, look, it just increased to 2 dislikes. And I got 24 likes, 2 dislikes. So yeah, that ratio is pretty good. So time for me to play it. Hold on, where is it? There it is.
Now I'm feeling objectified by your male gaze.
Damn. Hot Boy 95. At black men being brutally honest. I wonder if that clown also brought up the study where white men account for more crimes than any other race of men in the U.S. Same dudes that black women try to worship. No, they won't. Like I said, the white man to haters of black men is a sacred fucking cow. They are never going to say anything about it. glad that person isn't a cop. He wouldn't be planning drug. He would be planning drugs on everyone he doesn't like or hurt his feelings. Yeah, that dude is very fucking fragile. And welcome to the platform once again, Hot Boy 95. White people just use a per capita argument every time. Yeah, just like, I mean, shit, just like when Democrats try to use that, well, Hillary Clinton won the popular vote in 2016, but Trump is president. Not the same thing. So, anyway. Excuse me. So, all right. So, let's see here. All right. They say I wanted to say to Gay Bay, ha 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 ha. I'm a stargazer. Oh yeah, Gay Bay no longer comes to this channel. So, yeah. So if anybody wanted to come here to antagonize him, you're gonna have to go find where you're gonna have to go find where that guy is, because he says he doesn't come over here, along with a few other people as well that say that are just like actually boycotting this channel. You know. And like I said, that's not a story for today. That's a story for later in my upcoming revenge tour days. Yeah, but in order for that to happen, I gotta build this platform up to be bigger and stronger. And that can't work without you guys' help. How you say, hit that like button. Give my channel some views, make comments below the video or below the live stream after it's off the air, you know, stuff like that. Say he's over at Thai City, etc. Oh, that guy. Yeah, you know, that's where people who that's where people who like I would say boycott this channel, that's where they go. They go to shake their pom-poms over there on Uncut Underground. It's an SBE that like button. Oh, okay. Don't make that a habit. I mean, you can say SBE, but you know, don't make it a habit. Please. Yeah. Shoot. So let me see real quick. See if I made somebody disgruntled enough to unsub. Shoot. Oh, somebody took their dislike away. Oh my God, did he know I did it? Like, oh, okay, whatever. So I'm back down to one dislike. Or maybe that was an accident and they meant to hit like. And if I'm not mistaken, did I just see? I thought I saw 20. Oh, I was wrong. I thought I saw 23 likes earlier, but it was only 18. So look, if you're watching and you haven't hit that like button, hit that like button. Yeah. See if I can find something interesting. So hit that like button. Okay, so I'm a stargazer. Yeah, so you know, I might have to cut this. I might have to cut this live short. You know, you know, not like I'm not satisfied at the level of money I made, because I mean, shit, it's all good, man. I like the fact that you guys donate when you can and everything. So I will never hate on you for that. I will never threaten to stop a stream. I will never disrespect you like some of the bigger content creators do when they don't feel like they're getting enough cash apps or whatever. So that's what I want to do. I want to promote camaraderie amongst the brothers. I mean, I don't want to promote hate. I want to do the opposite of hate on someone. Because if I was just hating on somebody, I'll talk about every content creator that I do not like. So So I mean, like, when you focus on hating, when are you focusing on actually improving your channel? You know, some people probably try to trade that little dumbass game. Oh man, I'm just up here. I'm just up here because I'm just trying to spread the good word, or I don't need to make money up here on YouTube. Man, look, let's all make this money together. That's what I'm saying. Shoot. Oh shit. So yeah, hate the thing. Niggas just love to hate, man. It's hate. Niggas hate they hate I got a laptop through YouTube memes. It's like, what the fuck is up with that? Shoot. I mean, shit. If I can make all my major purchases through YouTube, shoot, I would. Shoot. Let me see something real quick. See who's out there in YouTube land. All right. See if I can actually bring something up to talk about. These motherfuckers with these mukbang videos is something I don't understand. This motherfucker be eating themselves into a cholesterol laced death. Oh shit. See something. Shoot. So what y'all think I got to do to get some actual smoke? Yeah, let me ask y'all some questions since y'all here, since y'all are in the chat. What I got to do to get some actual smoke over on the smoke show? What y'all think I got to do? I got to talk about somebody's mama or something like that? I got to tell them their content sucks? I mean, what I got to do? Do I have to start hating myself? Well, not hating myself, but hating on folks myself. What I got to do, man? I mean, it's like either they're afraid to come over here, or they think they're doing me a favor. Yeah, people talking about Ryan Garcia. And no, oh look, they talking about Marvel Studios back Black Panther 3. Like, it's hard. You the boogeyman to a lot of those folks. Oh, okay. Oh, you mean like John Wick? Baba Yaga? Baba Yaga? Like, for real? Oh God, that shit is funny though. If that's really it, it's just like, look, I try to give the appearance of a harmless black guy, a regular, average, everyday black guy. But I saw something in my feed about Black Panther 3. If T'Challa isn't the Black Panther, I don't give a damn about going to see a third film. I don't. And it's like, Disney Marvel is hard to give a damn about these days anyway. So, yeah, I promise I'll make tomorrow night show good. Shoot, who could I possibly be? Who could I possibly be the boogeyman to? What's good, Andre? Mr. 420.
Oh, it's good.
Yeah, what you got?
Disney Marvel's done for. We all know this.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they've been done. Like, they would, like, how you got a good phase 1, a good phase 2, a great phase 3, and then you throw it all away in phase 4. I mean, the only good thing that really came out of phase 4 is Spider-Man No Way Home. Guardians of the Galaxy 3 was decent, but the rest of that shit, we got Shattered. We got Shatterstar Games. What's good?
Yo, what's going on, brother?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey, what's happening with John Andre Yard?
Yeah, I'm straight, bro.
Yo, Kev, I got a good one, man. I'm gonna put it in the back chat, man. You gonna trip out on this video right here, bro.
All righty. Lay it on me. Shoot, no Diddy.
I'm gonna just preface that video and just say, now we talking about black men rights and all this stuff, and I'm gonna just say, look at this video and let's just reverse it and put a black man in that scenario, and let's see what the comments and the virality of it would get.
Okay. So let me go ahead and put it on the screen real quick. Hold on 1 second. Okay. All right. So let's see. Hold on 1 second. All right. So I got the video queued up. So let me share the screen. Let's see. Okay. So all right, so let's see what's going on here. Let me cut this music for a second. Sometimes when I share the screen, this music double plays. I be going back watching the replay sometime. So, all right, see what's going on here.
Handed her newborn over to a stranger and just walked away. CCTV footage captured the moment when a concerned customer noticed the baby's umbilical cord and blood stains on the mother's leg. As a trained first aider, she offered to examine the infant and found it struggling to breathe. After handing the child to the stranger, the mother left without saying a word. While the customer has all of her attention on the baby, the restaurant staff tried to call 911. Fortunately, the police arrived in time and used an oxygen mask to revive the baby. The mother did not face any charges, and the customer offered to adopt the child. Truly an amazing woman.
Whoa. Now, can we unpack that one right there? Oh, man.
Wow. Talk about, yeah. So the point of you saying that is if a black man had done that, that will number one, that will automatically made him a deadbeat. There'd have been all kinds of videos about it. You know,
a deadbeat, an abuser, a neglector. I mean, the charges would be stacked.
Yeah. You know, somebody somewhere say, "Oh, he must be a part of the black manosphere." They'd said all kinds of shit, man.
Oh yeah, the comments, I can see them already.
Yeah, but that bitch was nuts for that shit.
I mean, the baby, they said they had to revive the baby. Why wouldn't you just go to the hospital? The umbilical cord still attached. Why wouldn't you just go to the hospital? I don't understand.
Because that bitch is a terrible fucking person. We gotta start saying things to the effect that these are just terrible people. That's what they are at the end of the day. She is a terrible person, and she would have been an even worse mother. Like, you know, and unfortunately, there are a lot of women out there that actually keep their babies and, you know, and do a terrible job. And like, as morbid as this is for me to say, she probably did that child a favor, because if she was capable of doing that, imagine if she would have kept the child. That child probably would have been dead, like within a short amount of time.
Oh, no doubt. The child was already in the midst of that then because they couldn't get oxygen. So she did, I guess, the best she could do to save the child, because being with her obviously was not a good deal.
No, not at all. But I mean, the what they say, the Lord works in mysterious ways. This is a huge mystery right here. I mean, you there are plenty of stories out there where the woman actually neglectfully causes the death of infants and such. Yeah, like there was one woman who gave her baby fentanyl, and the baby died, and she was arrested along with her baby daddy. They were both charged with the murder of the child. Now, and so this right here, she might have actually saved the baby's life. Now, I'm not trying to cape for her. I'm not trying to, you know, justify this in any way, and the one thing that a lot of people will bring up just a straw man is like, who impregnated that? Who impregnated that? Be careful who you get pregnant. You know, but with that kind of mentality, she probably doesn't even know who the father is. She probably did some. She probably got on one of these websites and started selling her cooch or whatever, just to survive. She's probably one of these streetwalker types. I mean, shoot, she got a, and then the dead giveaway is always gonna be that bonnet. But yeah, man. I mean, did from what I can see in this video, she actually did the child a favor. She actually did. So,
And then the lady was, I think she was a nurse or something. I don't know if she was an RN, but she actually takes the child and adopts the child immediately after that. And I think that that's a plus, because now that's one child that for sure have a mother that would care about her.
oh yeah, absolutely. But the thing is, how is this child gonna feel when they find out the truth about how that how they came to be? Rather, the truth about their actual parent is like, hopefully the child is raised in a way to not make their child feel ashamed that the first thing that happened in his life was he got rejected by someone, which is the sad reality of it. But by that rejection, like I'll say it again, not only save that, not only save that child's life, but the child ended up in better hands, obviously. But to like the point you were trying to make earlier, had that been a black man, it would have been all kinds of black men ain't shit going around here. But it but it's like, then they say in the video that the woman was not even charged for this, which contributes to the enablement of Western culture, bitches. So, I mean,
Well, she won't be charged. And that's the thing where they have, which I think is a protection, because they have the law where, forgot the name of it, but where, any woman could drop off the child at a fire department or, the police department or whatnot, or the hospital, and they will take the child and not give charges to the parent. So there is a law that they made up for that. But I definitely would say, if the father or even the baby daddy or whoever was in the child's life, if she told, hey, I'm about to have the baby and I just had the baby in the car, the umbilical cord still hooked up, I'm finna just go to the chicken house and drop the baby off on some random people, why not give it to the father? I'm sure that he wouldn't have done that. I mean, come on, how worse could it be? I mean, good Lord.
yeah, I mean, like, but with that mentality itself, like, the umbilical cord hanging off the baby, and she probably got afterbirth hanging out of her vagina. Like, with that mentality, she probably doesn't even know who the father is. Yeah.
Yeah, that's more than likely for sure, but just that alone, and then people always say, well, we abort the children, the people don't want them no way. The man don't want his child, the system don't want the child, and why would I put my child in the system? And it's now I might as well abort the child. I hear these different talking points. But I mean, I'm a man. I can't speak to other men, but if my woman is pregnant, whether we got problems, this, that, and the other, man, that child ain't got nothing to do with that. And if you want to relinquish all of your rights to the child, get a child to the father. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's crazy. They say, well, man, how many men fighting right now in court to get custody of their children? And they'll sit there and say, well, we need to have abortion on demand because the fathers don't want the children. But if we go and just do a little bit of research, we'll find out that the men that fight the hardest for their children, most times with no legal representation, are black men. And also the men that are per capita. I always want to use per capita, but per capita and otherwise, we are the ones that pay the most in child support and also the most involved in trying to be able to be in their child's life.
Oh, don't say, oh man, don't say that. Don't say most involved, because then that comes with a stream of hate as well. Like every time we say we're the most involved, it's a WS narrative to push that we are deadbeats. And that's just not true. Statistically, it's not true. And no one will take that narrative back, which is ridiculous, but that is something that we as black men have to deal with. It is the fact that no one will release our stereotypes from us. And I mean, for the people who perpetuate the stereotypes, they're the worst ones of all with this shit.
Well, and that's the reason why we can't get a solid political push in terms of our rights, because there's common sense things that can be done. Okay, yeah, the system is messed up. We know, WS, right, for sure. Okay, our women have been co-opted in a lot of cases to use that system to, get back at us or, have an easier life for themselves. However, when do we start saying, well, hey, we need to get a candidate? We might not be able to get the president, but we get some candidates to say, hey, well, you know what? There is a boondoggle and a slush fund for what about the men who are paying the child support and the woman is not using that money to further the benefit of the child. She's using that money with her new boyfriend, paying off their bills at their house or buying some hair and some bonnets. That's not child support. That's baby mama support. And if that's what it is, just call it what it is. But they don't want to say that. And any move to say, well, we're going to make the car where they can't buy crab legs and, they can't buy weave off the card and they can't, do this, got to be directed to the child. You're going to see the liberal women and the feminists and the male feminists jump out the window to say, hey, men should not be able to tell their ex that they need to spend the money on the child. That's a woman's right to spend the money on anything they choose to spend on. And brothers with a straight face will fight against that. And I'm like, do you even have kids, brother? You're going against your interests. Like, why would you say it?
Because there's simps and male feminists out there. But speaking of men who fought for their children or fight for their children, this was one of the first videos that I ever did on YouTube when I first came up. I did this story right here about Michael Garrett fighting for his daughter, Anaya Day Garrett, and the mother over here, her name was Sierra Day. She was charged with the murder of her child. She and her boyfriend at the time. You see that little cute face right there? This little girl was constantly being abused by the mother. Now, the narrative is, and I heard one person, like they said it on their social media page, that it was the guy that beat the little girl to death. No, it was the mom who beat the little girl to death. And the father fought over and over again to try to get custody of his daughter because he knew that she was in danger. And what happened was he tried to go to the court. He wrote a letter begging them to let him, to let him get custody of his daughter. The daycare the child went to reported something like 15 to 20 times when they saw unusual scars and injuries on the child's body. But the little big head bitch right here, the mother, she went to the court one time and said it was the father that was abusing her and the daughter. And she, in less than half a day, got a restraining order on him. He did all the begging in the world to try to save his child's life. And he didn't get it done, and his daughter ended up dead. And
Man, I cannot imagine the pain that brother has sustained, and to lose a child in that way when you were fighting, when the narrative is that we don't fight and we are deadbeats, and for your child to be killed in that fashion, he'll never be able to recover from that. You know what I'm saying? You lose a child, man, your child's supposed to bury you. You know what I'm saying? And that I can't. My condolences go to that brother, man. I've seen it here, man, with brothers of mine, and they would ask me because my daughter is older and I have, different ways of going at the system. And I explained this to him, and he had said, man, you had got some success. How can I, he had a son, he was probably about 2 at the time. And his girl was doing a lot of craziness, man. And she wound up getting into a DUI accident with the child in the car, right? She gets popped. I think they might have found some weed, found some alcohol in the vehicle. Well, he goes to the court with that information. They stall him out. They still don't want to give him the custody. He was like, man, I tried. I did, man, what you said, man. How can I get it? I said, man, they didn't give it to you then. He said, no. Now, he ain't got no lawyer. He doing this all on his own. So I'm like, well, who is her lawyer? Is the DA, obviously. The DA just keep on overruling him, even though she's just got caught DUI with drugs in the car, with the kid in the car. Still, they don't want to do nothing. She ain't got, no big job like my boy got. So I said, man, well, how can you get her? He said, man, I don't know. You tell me. I said, well, look, if you saying she doing all this, the only way you'll be able to do that, my brother, if they don't want to take her out of the situation, if she didn't got a DUI, now, if you would have got DUI, it'd have been over. But she got DUI. I said, man, you need to go to that house. Is there any kind of debilitating situation at the house where your son is at? He said, yeah, man, they got the dog back there, the woman, the in-laws, they all disabled. They can't watch the kid running around, dirty pamper. They ain't feeding right. The girl, she, half drunk on the side doing what she want to do. And he said, man, the dog then bit a hole in the back of the door, then got the door where the damn door still wide open, this and that. So he comes in. I said, well, videotape that. I said, man, I don't believe you. That's crazy. He videotapes it as I told him to do, took it back down to the court and showed them that. And that was the only way that he could get his child back, even after they caught her with drugs, DUI, with the vehicle, abuse, neglect, and everything else. He had to actually get that video. So I tell men, if your child is in a situation, if you can get in there and get some video, go ahead in there and get you some video, because that's probably the only way without a serious lawyer. And even if you did get a serious lawyer, he may tell you the same thing. Get that video of it because it can't be denied in court.
Sure can. Yeah, I mean, you gotta have like recorded evidence, because your word of mouth will never be as good as hers. I don't give a damn what she looked like. I don't give a damn how bad it is. And Shatterstar just actually said it. She had the baby in the car with a DUI accident. Now, if I'm not mistaken, your child is automatically supposed to be removed from your custody when that happens. But
and then they find drugs, right? And alcohol still in the vehicle. Okay. Gotta add that. So that means now if you're trying to get your kid now, you gotta take a drug test. And let's just say you fail that drug test. I would hope you wouldn't, because if you're going to get your kid, if you do smoke some weed, hey man, take a little time out your weed smoking, man, to get your child. Make sure you do not smoke no weed during this time, man, because them folks gonna be watching you. But she's already DUI, got weed in the system, got weed in the car, and still they will keep on rolling with her, and almost until, well, what's happened with the next DUI? Maybe her and the child be killed next, And is anyone at the court responsible for that? No. It's up to you. So you can't sue them for not prosecuting. You have to save your own child. And the only way you have to do it is by providing evidence. The only way, because any other way, even if you get the lawyer, he's going to ask for evidence. He going first thing he'll say, go to her social medias. I want all the videos, this and that's the first thing a lawyer worth his salt going to do. And then, so a lot of this stuff you can do on your own. Stack that evidence up. Get that video. Oh, she's a violent person. She's attacking. She's doing craziness. She's supposed to be letting you see your child, but she fighting you. She got some dude around you, child, or something like that. Record that. If you can get in the house, seeing the dilapidated conditions, record that. Build that up for yourself, because when you walk in there, what her witness statement alone, that's worth 5 of your witnesses. It could be her mama. You know, you can have a witness say, yeah, she ain't no good, you know, this and that. She'll be better over there at her dad's house. Man, you need 4 or 5 witnesses. If she is a witness, you need 5 witnesses and some videos to get that judgment on for you. And that's the elephant in the room people don't want to talk about. They always say, oh, yeah, you could just go in there and get your child. Okay, obviously you ain't seen the deck stacked up against you before. Because I don't understand why people say that. That's insane.
Yeah, we got Sergeant Faulkner in the building. He said, well, you can sue. Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, but if my child is dead at this point, you know, we sue, but I mean, how much money is worth your child? You know, when y'all could have just gave them to me, when y'all seen I had a better job, I was not getting caught with DUIs and drugs. But when I come in there, I got to go and basically show you they got the dog and bit a hole in the back of the door, and the people got my child in, you know, a day 2 old vamper and walking around with no clothes on by himself, a toddler. You know, that you have to do that. You have to give them that video. Otherwise, the suing is good. And, you know, you probably could sue them. But, I mean, your child gone or your child is abused, you know, what money can equate to that?
Yeah, but here's what brothers aren't doing. They're not going in these homes, guns ablazing to save their child's life. I mean, which, according to the court system, might make things even worse. But guess what that child is always going to remember? The sacrifice you made in order to save its life. And, I mean, God forbid anything happens to my family structure. But if somebody were to try to harm my child, that's it for them. That's all I got to say. It's over with. Detroit 313, what's good? See you in the building.
Yeah, definitely, brother. I mean, if someone, my cousin called me one day and said, man, it was some older dudes trying to holler at your daughter. And I said, okay. And, you know, I made a visit. So, I mean, you know, I understand that because that's how you stop that. You stop it in the bud. But, man, the way that the court system set up, you go over there, let's just say you do, okay, you save your child, you know, you have to shoot this fool up in here that she got up in here trying to simp his way into some, I don't know what, your child support money maybe. And, you know what I'm saying? He come out there threatening you and your child up there. Now you didn't came, first thing is you didn't came over to these people's house and you didn't shot him. So now that self-defense thing, you better have a good lawyer. And you still may do some time because you come into them people's house with their guns ablazing. That's what's going to happen. Now, your child is the most important. If you know that child is being abused, hey, fuck them. You know, but some small thing could get twisted and the simp come out there. I got to handle him. Yeah, I would much rather use less lethal, but you know how things happen. He may have to be dispatched and you're going to have to see that grand jury, man. And a lot of times, brothers, they hang us, man. They hang us in their grand jury, man. You know what I'm saying? You going over them people's house, you better have a good lawyer. That's all I can tell you. But if your child is being abused, to hell with the law system. You're right. You know, sometimes it's come to the point where you have to go guns a-blazing. And that's it. Even a lawman would tell you that. Because if that's me, you know, I don't care whether I'm a lawman, whether I'm a citizen, or whatever. I'm going in to help my children and let the dominoes fall. Because you their only protection, you their father. You will never forgive yourself if your child was to be killed in that situation. And I feel very, very compassionate towards that man, because that man had to sit there and watch that he was trying to do the right thing. Maybe you're right. At that point, I know I'll be questioning myself. I might, instead of playing with these laws, man, letting the girl put all this stuff, you might have well went on over there and just did the food, because that is your child, still your child. So you ain't doing nothing illegal. You can't kidnap your own child.
Yeah. Yeah, but like I said, man, you know, when it comes to kids, man, there should not be any rules of engagement behind that. Like I said, I mean, what up, Aaron P? I see you down there. Like I said, once again, thank you to the members of the channel who support this streams month after month. But imagine if Michael Garrett, that story I just showed y'all, imagine he went in guns a-blazing. I mean, granted, he already had a restraining order on him from the lying ass bitch so she could continue to harm her child. But if he had ended her and that boyfriend of hers, shoot, his child would still be alive. I mean, but at the end of the day, the child the child's still too young to speak for herself. So that child would have definitely been in the system, but the child would have been alive.
Yeah, and the story, if he would have done that, would have been a lot different. It'd have been covered a lot different. We may not even got the nuances of the story. If he would have went in there guns a-blazing, they said, well, he just recently had, it would say, a estranged father, you know, comes the new boyfriend, they get into it, you know, the girl gets involved, boom, he pops them. And the news blip would say, man kills wife and new boyfriend, estranged husband, or something like that. And it will go through and they will say, yeah, he came over. You're not going to get the real story. You're not.
No, you're not.
You see what I'm saying? Now with this, they allowed it to go all the way to this, and we get the story at the end after the poor child is unalive. Mm-hmm. And it's sad, and there's very little, you know, coverage of that. But you will see that as a man going in there and kill him, well, he probably gonna go to prison for sure if the police don't kill him and taking him into custody, which is a high possibility. You know what I'm saying? Domestic violence, you already killed 2 people, armed and dangerous, man, you gonna get popped. I know Harris County down here in Houston, they're not playing with you. They'll kill you down. You know, they ain't taking no chance. So, you know, you might well go on here and just go and give it on up. As soon as you do it, you know, because they gonna hit you. You know what I'm saying? There is no win for that brother except that maybe that he can get his child up out of there. And that's, as a father, sadly enough, I agree. You should have a rule of engagement. If you're going in to defend your child and your child is being abused, you have proof of it. And I can get there before the police get there. Shit, I have to take it in. I'm legally carrying my weapon, part of the Constitution and my rights. And I go in there to say I didn't shoot nobody. I didn't shoot nothing. He had a gun. He was attempting to I shot him first. All right. Bring the grand jury.
Yeah. So fathers, you hear this, and you have to understand that these laws ain't really for you as a dad. They want to continue to perpetuate the stereotype of the deadbeat dad, not the guy who fights for their children. In any case, why should we have to fight in the first place? Because, you know, who we decided to procreate with. And that is an argument that I'm getting kind of tired of, who we decide to procreate with. I mean, it's okay to tell someone to be careful, but a lot of the times, and like I said before, some of these women are just evil and sick. They just are. And I'm not talking about sick it might even be sick in the mental hospital way. But, you know, we can't go to mental illness as an excuse at all times. Some of these people are just plain fucking evil. So we got A.L. Evans in the building. What's good? We got the Punisher, as he was nicknamed by Hybrid, Catastrophic Impact, X83rd Power. But getting back on the topic, that we do have sort of a hater incursion in this space. And like a lot of that shit does get tiresome. I mean, but the haters, they want to go unchallenged. And you know, the one thing that they will get mad about is it that you call them a hater in the even if it's in the process of them hating. So don't we find this weird and strange?
Yeah, that's definitely strange. If you're hating, stand on it. Stand on your hating. You know what I'm saying? Don't go backbiting now. You know, if you're hating, go on, stay right there, over there, so I can know where you're at now. You see, I agree. Yeah, if you're hating, stand on that. Don't be trying to act like you're cool one day and then you're hating the next day. I don't know how to play because I don't know what's going on. So I'm gonna just assume you hate and keep it at that. Keep it moving, man. That you know, like you said earlier, to hate all day. If you trying to do streams and stuff, especially over on the like content creator side of things, if you sitting up all day and that's your content, strictly hating other people, hating them openly, or hating in your heart, if you're not going live, you ready to throw some hate. I'm gonna go live with some hate, man. What are you doing? You could come up with some constructive, original content, I'm sure, if these days people had something to talk about without hating on the next person. As a matter of fact, it looks better because no one likes a hater, man.
I would beg to differ on the no one likes a hater because birds of a feather flock together. Like I said, a lot of these content creators who are adjacent to this space or even claim to be a part of this space and be over this space have a lot of those dudes over there. Like the ones, so I can't say that they're not like there's some appeal to them. But it's mostly for dudes. So it's nothing wrong with having, a dude following because I would say over 90% of the viewership on this channel are guys. So I would never ever discount that. It's just that, and I thought you were alluding to this Shatterstar Games. The thing is about that is if you're always hating on other content creators and a group of people in general, and you gain a crowd that way, that is something that you are going to have to keep up in order to keep your crowd.
Yeah, because now that's what you built it on. You built it on hate. And see, it's the reason why it's called hate. Because when you build something with hate, okay, now you might get a lot of that type of action at first, but you're going to have to subscribe to that hating in perpetuity because that's your main audience. You reap what you sow. So the birds of the feather, they will flock together. You're right, because it's attractive to them. They hate as well. So if one person hating on, safe for me to do the same thing because it's like the copycat effect, like that stupid balloon show. We see this one balloon show. Now they got ghetto versions of it. And there's going to be many copycats. It's going to be a challenge now. Who can do the dumbest thing on the balloon show? These things get promoted. And most of the time, people that's promoting them as well, they get put out and they're not fully vetted until, the hating is shown. We as men, we have to be able to understand when a hater is hating. And we can't, I don't care how big he is, man, what you can do. Man, I don't care about that. I'm going to get my money. What God put for me is for me. What God put for you is for you. But I'm not going to build and if that means less subscribers and less interaction, that's cool. I play video games mostly on my channel, and it's probably 75% men and 25% women on just the gaming videos. So,
Yeah.
I'm not looking at that. I'm looking at who leaving the most comments, where's the likes at, where they coming from. They in Finland, they in Iceland. I'm trying to see some Japan. I want to see some people. Everybody watching it is going to make some money if everyone watches it. So, I would much rather grow organically in the original content that I would do versus hating on someone else or generating a hate field. It probably would be easy to say, oh, black man this, black man that, and, have a lot of women come to your show and donate, and you say this, and this person don't really believe this, but he would sit there and say this and create a whole following, a sycophants to just pay him. And then the saddest part, I know the women gonna do, but the saddest part is the sycophantic male feminist. I don't think we've ever seen, I've never heard of a male feminist until 2024. That's a new thing. When have we ever had male feminists? I don't understand.
Man, look, there's a lot of guys that will roll with sisterhood logic just because they're women, and you know, they will adopt their rhetoric as well. Sometimes to get validation from these same women who don't like them. But speaking of donate, y'all, go ahead and hit that Cash App, support the stream. You know, make sure I can at least get some type of sandwich or something, or you know, it's whatever you can spare. I mean, it's something that sure is nice, and just based on the fact that I'm not a hater, I don't care. Like I said, as long as it's not infringing on your personal rights, I could care less how you make money, especially on this platform here. So there it is on the screen, right? Touching Roman Reigns right in the head.
Yeah, man. That's funny because I always look at it like that too, man. You know, I don't hate on the hustler. You know what I'm saying? I know a hustler when I see one. I ain't knocking them. You know, I just look at the point of, you know, when you as a black man creating original content, you know what I'm saying, interacting and different things of engagement that's, you know, you keeping it trio. You ain't sitting there. See, one thing about, I think a lot of people, they sway and you know, no, nothing against sway. I like sway, but they sway, man, in the way of any way that the money coming. And you'll notice a lot of them people that will big them up, they got agendas, man. You know what I'm saying? And a black man agenda is what's important for black men. A lot of people don't want to talk about that. And we are starting to see niggas that's haters, but really they just male feminists. We call them simps. You know, we did different words, but it's the same person. Don't get it twisted, Kel. It's the same cat that will turn on you in the instant, you know what I'm saying, for a couple bucks or a couple sniffs of some panties. Sniffs. I mean, the simping is ridiculous.
I mean, but how do you get that accomplished online, though? I mean, not unless you actually meet up with the motherfucker, but I mean, you know, a lot of this simping online, bro. I mean, shit is immaterial at the end of the day.
It's so funny because it's like you think that's gonna get you some with the broad. That's a negative, so that's zero out. Then you make yourself like a fool, and then that's gonna zero out any support that maybe you might have had a good point. I'm like, man, I can't rock with you because you've been over there simping too much, and you know I can't be affiliating myself with simpery. That has to stop, man, because that's why we in this situation. The simping must stop, man. It must stop. The hating and simping, it must stop.
Well, also, you know, we have to also look at the variable of human choice as well. A lot of these people are making the choices to be this way, to be simps, to be male feminists, and it's sad garbage at the end of the day. You know, it's a shame. Like I said with that comment I showed y'all earlier, that dudes think can be that fucking moist.
To make the correlation of it and write a whole term paper, man, he had paragraphs.
The man wrote a dissertation.
A thesis statement.
Hey, this dude, yeah, he got all his writing chops in college. Probably where he got that mentality from too, because these brand new people, man, these motherfuckers is ridiculous with it.
Yeah, but they got them all in the gender studies class, you know, and you know they getting brainwashed. And what's crazy, you know, it's sad because we pay for this as taxpayers, and if you, God forbid, have to you send your child to the school, you will pay for them to indoctrinate your child.
Yeah.
You know, it's basically didn't come to that point. You know, a lot of people I know, have been homeschooling. My brother worked for the oil company, and his son, the same brother. I'm telling you, he got his son, and he got private teachers, man. You know what I'm saying? Private teachers. He might be in Amsterdam. He could be in Africa. He could be in Australia, anywhere. He pack his son with him. Take him with him. Got private tutors everywhere he go. Tutoring his son, you know, homeschooling. You know what I'm saying? Ain't gonna let the child be nowhere. When he get off work, he oversee come with his kid. Man, that's brothers doing big things, man. And those people, they won't be, you know what I'm saying, talked about. You see, it's men doing that. Truckers, a lot of the truckers.
Don't mention the truckers. They supposed to be serial killers.
Truckers, man, how many brothers you know right now? I know a lot of them. They got cases, man. You know what I'm saying? They get out, they federally serve their time, and a lot of places don't want to give them jobs, right, Kel?
Yeah.
And
way to keep them in the system.
Yeah, but brothers get that truck. A lot of the brothers was getting their trucks, getting their CDLs, and now they making money. They ain't got to go over here to where the people don't want them at. They can get their own truck. They can run their own routes. You know, they can get their contracts, the broker. You know what I'm saying? They can set their own schedule. They can do their thing. They can make some money. You know what I'm saying? That is a great help to a lot of brothers who couldn't get a traditional job because of their background. You should champion that. You should tell brothers, you know, how to go to the auction and go get a good truck. Oh, we got a freight line over here. You over here, holler the Ritchie brothers. Get your numbers inside the auction. You can get some different truck. You get every kind of equipment you want. That's the type of talk we need to have up here, because that's helping brothers. You need to be talking about that. Yeah, they trying to charge you what, $30,000 for a truck where you at? Well, you come over here to Ritchie brothers, you could probably get you a nice freight liner. You know what I'm saying? For way less than that, possibly 15. Peterbilt. You can get all different type of trucks, what you want. You know, that's the stuff we need to be talking about. Not saying that, oh, the truck drivers, they be up there having lot lizards, and you know, they killing the lot lizards, and you know, it's, you know, don't you think that's a problem that black men are getting money? And just because a lot lizard got killed in Alaska, now I, as a truck driver who don't even mess with the lot lizards, I'm getting blamed for that. Now we are serial killers.
Well, Tattered, I'm just going to jump in real quick, though. Basically, that's kind of the problem that I'm seeing, is that the people that have this kind of information, they spend all their time talking about other black men instead of talking about shit like that.
Yeah. Because that's the only way, like I said, that's the only way they can get somewhat of a crowd. And I was gonna use this word earlier. I'm gonna use it right now. You know, because that is another projection on guys in this space. Well, that you know, consider themselves Black Manosphere. What these guys are doing, they're trauma bonding. You know, they accuse us of the same thing, trauma bonding, but it's them that's trauma bonding. It's like I was saying, how do you find this much time to hate? How? It's to me is if, like, if you're productive, if you're not the loser that you say we are, then why is it that you can't come up with better content than what you've come up with? And, you know, I could say that for the MOTs or, you know, whoever else, you know, does this BS content, because that's what it is. And, you know, people can quote me on that. Some of y'all out there do some BS content. Now, if I'm doing BS content, or you feel as if I'm doing BS content, that's great. But see, the difference between me and you guys that do BS content is I make my BS content look good. Oh man. So the man said all I heard was the Caterpillar was the best motor in the old trucks. Maybe it is.
You can get because we was trying to buy some, man, and they was talking 30 bands, but the new trucks, anybody drive trucks know the new trucks where you got to put the DEF in there, they on a different emissions thing, right? And you got to buy that DEF because if they pull you over and you ain't got the truck, you got to have the DEF. So the old trucks, they didn't have to have, they grandfathered out. You know what I'm saying? They grandfathered out. But I was talking about the Freightliner, and then Cuz was talking about the Kenworth. I think he was talking about the old school ones. They was telling me that the Caterpillar motor was the best, like out of all of the motors that they put in there, because they had the old ones. I forgot the numbers on them, but my kinfolks, he was doing that, and they was wanting like 20, 25 bands, and he's like, nah, it ain't got the Caterpillar motor. It ain't, I'm not finna spend more than 15 because we can go to Ritchie Brothers and put down 10 and 15 and get something. It's a blind bid. And if you don't win, you get your money back. But you just next time, the next week or whatever, you just, okay, you start off at, 10. Now you put it up to 12, 12.50. You move it up. You're still winning because that same truck anywhere else, they're going to charge you 30 bands. That's how you got to hit Ritchie Brothers. You know what I'm saying? They out here in Houston. I know they got another couple places too in America, but that right there is the lick. If you want to go get you a truck, if truck drivers is listening now, yeah, look them up and put your bid down. If you don't win the bid, you get your money back. But it's a blind bid. They tell you the base amount, and you can put what you want to put. But man, I've seen some brothers pull some nice trucks, man. I'm talking about nice trucks about there.
All right. Well, fellas, it's been almost 2 hours. I'm getting a little tired here, so let's get the final statement going. Yeah, Andre, if you want to go first, or if Shattered Star wants to go.
I'll go first. Thanks for having me. Making something to eat. And yeah, when he was going in on the whole family stuff, I was staying quiet because my shit's still active. So
yeah, but I mean, we as fathers, man, if anything, we, especially black fathers, we do love our children, no matter what narrative is pushed out there. So, Shattered, what's good?
Yeah, man. The family court stuff, I think, that's a big part of it. I think you had covered a lot of it, man. And I think some solutions was given, you know what I mean? How you could, be able to sway the court in your way. They put a long dissertation, thesis statement, and, whole engineering patent submission on this comment, and we truckers, right? The truckers is bad. They all lounge, lot lizards getting and killing the lot lizards and this and that. We need to go against this here. And then we double back and say, hey, man, brothers who do have a background can get their CDLs, can actually buy them a truck, and then don't pay 30 bands to go get this new truck with the DEF. You can come out here and get a good truck, whatever brand you might want, at the Ritchie Brothers. And instead of spending 30 bands, you can spend 15, starting off at 10, and get you a good truck. So, we building stuff over here talking about real money, real world operations and hustles and trades and getting somewhere with something. You know what I'm saying? You can hear a lot of them male feminists, they get the yakking on panels with these broads. What do they ever talk about in terms of solutions? What do they ever offer you for free? Tell you some free game. Win. I bet you don't see it. So, that is what it is.
No, because the object is to hate on us or to hate on black men who don't need permission to speak. And I will continue to push that kind of, push that kind of narrative, so to speak, because it is something that needs to be visited, needs a serious look at. And just all the hating in the world ain't gonna get whatever problem solved. So if that's it for you, Shatterstar, I'm gonna go ahead and do my final statement. I don't understand the hate. I don't. I get it, but it doesn't make me understand it any more than I understand it now. I mean, it's sad that these are very smart young men that do this stuff. It's real sad that you guys can't ever see the light at the end of the damn tunnel. That it always has to be about what this man is doing as opposed to what you can do yourself as a content creator. And I just want black men overall to just do better as far as the way we approach anything from content creation to, into our everyday lives. There's better way to apply your talents instead of just wasting them on worried about what the next man is doing. It is that form of hate is unproductive and is foolish and is stupid. And man said this sounds a lot like Skills and Resources. Andre 420, who's been a member for 8 months. Thanks for your 8-month super chat. Your membership is valued along with the rest of the members. Like I seen Detroit 313, Aaron P, Gone for Milk, Phil Brad. Those are the ones I saw in the chat tonight. Andre 420. Thank you guys for your continued support, and thanks to everyone who continues to watch this channel. And like I said, for all the haters out there, whether you believe that I'm doing BS content or not, I can make the BS look good. So anyway, it's been a couple hours. That's it. I will see you guys tomorrow night. Long live the habitual line steppers. Don't give up. Win, 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 black man. Peace out.